Welcome to Wager Talk Network, Wager Talk Nation, the Wager Talk channels, sports information, sports entertainment, Wager Talk TV, Wager Talk Studios. Thank you so much for dropping by. Before we get into one of the more interesting but lopsided games of the association tonight on the Friday night floor, let me ask you to please help us here at the studios, help you deliver you the most timely, most up-to-date, breaking news information on your favorite team, maybe your favorite handicapper, or your favorite programming here at wagertalk.com inside the network. And by hitting the subscribe button, you will avoid missing any of your favorite programs, your favorite program hosts, the talking heads who deliver you game information, game previews such as this one, everything delivered to your laptop, your desktop, your smartphone doorstep simply by subscribing. It takes 1 minute. So if you have a minute right now, please do. Please take that minute. You won't be sorry. The NBA game I spoke about, at least one of interest, was the Washington Wizards at the Los Angeles Clippers. 10:40 p.m. Eastern start, 7:40 p.m. Eastern start, not Eastern start, 7:40 Vegas starts, Vegas time, the real time, at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California. Wizards, you might want to plug yours, 9-49 against playoff-bound Clippers team, 37-20. Now, the Wizards are squaring off against the Clippers in an unconference battle that puts them at several disadvantages. So they're about as far away from home as they can get from East Coast to West Coast. It is the farthest way, I think. The farthest, at least, destination away from their home in the D.C. area. And they do so on a long, lengthy losing streak with a team that's really offensive challenged. The bottom line is this team doesn't defend great. They can defend, they're much more capable of defending than they are of scoring. Now, Washington and LA, they're going to wrap up this 2-game regular season series. Clippers looking for the 6th consecutive victory over the Wizards, and the Clippers beat the Wizards 125-109 as 9.5-point favorites with a total of 236 in Washington earlier in the season. Washington's playing the second leg of a back-to-back, and the Wizards visit the Los Angeles Lakers, as I mentioned, losing 12 straight. Well, they made that 13 straight last night with a 134-131 loss to the Lakers that went into overtime. Now, they've been playing quite a few games, quite a few days, and nothing like playing the second leg on a back-to-back after playing 5 extra minutes the night before. And not doing it, really, this is a game that they had a chance to beat the Lakers. Would have made tonight's game much more pleasurable. In my opinion, it probably would have made this game tonight even easier to take the Clippers and lay the number, because the Wizards would have felt to some degree, they got one for the Gipper, right? And they can go home, they can get out of town, get out of LA, and head back east, and do so by losing 3 hours of time on the flight, right? The Clippers are off a tough loss. They really are. They lost to the Lakers, the same team that the Wizards lost to last night in overtime. They blew a 21-point lead. I can go into the logistics of that game. I have a feeling you've seen the previews and the highlights from that game 3 or 4, maybe 10 times by now. The Clippers just were 10 for 40, 10 for 37, almost 25% from beyond the arc. Not good enough, even against the Lakers team that's challenged, that has challenges top to bottom, statistically, defensively, and offensively. Kawhi Leonard, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and Harden added 23. The problem with the Clippers right now is the health of George. Listen, he's not healthy. He gets out there and he grinds, plays through this ankle injury, but he's not 100% healthy. It's been an awful lot about depending on an awful lot from George would be a mistake right now. Leonard, Harden are going to have to carry the load. The Clippers, they score almost an average of 120 per game. Defensively, without George on the floor, the truth is, without George on the floor, they're less than if you take Kawhi off the floor, especially defensively. Both Kawhi and George really bring more to the floor defensively, as at least in team, than they do offensively. There's some offensive metrics that disappear without Kawhi, without George, and getting his points. And it's shown lately. It really has shown lately. This is a team that was 3rd in the league in 3-point percentage. They're not shooting the ball very well from deep. They're not able to hold leads. They haven't, at least in the last 2 weeks. And they go against really, arguably, the worst team in the NBA, right? The Wizards. The Clippers are going to win tonight. They'll probably even cover. I'm not going to play this game. I'm not going to ask the Clippers to cover, even though the Washington's dead tired coming into this game. They didn't have to travel very far, obviously, right? They played L.A. last night. They got the Clippers tonight, same venue, the Crypto Center. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Paul George sit out tonight with that knee injury, ankle injury too. And Zubac as well was reported this morning as being ill. Anytime you're added to the injury report as ill, it's not a good sign. So in the game tonight, you have again a Clippers team that's kind of wishy-washy right now. A Wizard team that's dead tired on a long West Coast road trip from the farthest point on the East Coast. And I'm not going to lay the big number that the Clippers are being asked to lay tonight. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to get in on the action tonight in this game, and I'm going to play the under 238.5, thinking that George isn't going to play. They're not going to play it. They're not going to take offensive transition possessions and try to run Wizards out of the gym. Doesn't make any sense. So, in the Crypto Center, Los Angeles, when the Wizards square off against the Clippers, count on me being the under 238.5. Hope you cash all your tickets tonight and come back tomorrow for some more basketball talk, maybe even some Major League Baseball preseason talk. I'm Tony Finn. Thanks for dropping by.